it appears that we have victory in the war on drugs. No, we have not defeated the drugs. We have lost. But that's a good thing. I celebrate today. Eric Holder announcing that the Department of Justice will not pursue the states of Colorado and Washington. He will not pursue them. Quote, the Department of Justice would allow the states to create a regime that would regulate and implement the ballot initiatives that legalize the use of marijuana for adults. Ladies and gentlemen, declared victory in Colorado and Washington. 48 states left to go. So we're a long way away. I know that. But the fact that these measures were passed were enormous. I said at the time, I believe we're going to win, that we're going to legalize marijuana because this insanity has gone on long enough. It's been decade after decade of miserable failure on this war on drugs. And this is a huge step for the Justice Department to say, finally, and understand the Obama administration for 5 years has been relentless in its pursuit of states that had legalized it for medicinal purposes. This is, of course, for recreational purposes in Colorado and Washington. They had done more dispensary drug raids than any other administration. For them to finally back off and say no mas is a huge moment. It means that those laws will stand, and we have begun to dismantle this insane war on drugs. Now, of course, they put in caveats into this. They had 8 different qualifiers. I'm going to read you the 4 most important ones. They said the distribution of marijuana to minors is, of course, still not allowed. And the Department of Justice will list as a priority to prosecute under these. Revenue from the sale of marijuana from going to criminal enterprises, gangs, and cartels. So if that happens, the Department of Justice is still very much going to pursue that. The diversion of marijuana from states where it is legal under state law in some form to other states. That's basically a warning to Colorado and Washington. This better not spill outside of your border, though I believe it will. And that they will go after them if it does. We'll see about that. And then finally, drug driving and the exacerbation of other adverse public health consequences associated with marijuana use. Now, the last part of that sentence gives them a little bit of an out and some leeway for the Department of Justice to come back in and go, well, it had adverse health consequences we couldn't have expected, so we're now going to change our mind and go after Colorado and Washington. But for the moment being, this is huge news, okay? Now, one more comment here. The official stressed, and this is the official making the statement, obviously, that the guidance was not optional and that prosecutors would no longer be allowed to use the sheer volume of sales or the for-profit status of an operation as triggers for prosecution. That, to me, is enormously important. Saying, look, this is not a polite suggestion to prosecutors across the country. Because before, federal prosecutors, whether the Obama administration pushed forward or not, and oftentimes they did anyway, but would push forward on their own, even outside of what the Obama administration had authorized. So basically they're saying here to all the federal prosecutors across the country, this is not a suggestion. It is not optional. You lay off of Colorado and Washington. A monumental step. And all credit to the Obama administration for this decision. If they stick with it, they do deserve credit for at least coming around. Yes, it might have been a little late, but better late than never. It's a great step forward.